Hi, Co-Chair Live. Co-Chair Love. We are live.
Okay, let me just open up. Good evening, everyone. Tonight's Human Rights, Albany, New York Human Rights Commission meeting, we're going to begin now. I just want to say welcome, everyone, and thank you for coming. I see a few more commissioners are logging on as we speak. We do have a few new commissioners, so before we go ahead and open up the formal agenda, if everyone just wants to go around and introduce yourself and say a few words, maybe we can start there. My name is Rosie Love. I'm the co-chair. Ricey, you're to the right of me, so why don't you go next?
Sure. My name is Rice Mobelli. I'm a member of Corporation Council, and I'll be observing today. Thank you.
Valerie Alexander Mosley, Commissioner.
Kate, I see you.
Letitia Alexander, Commissioner.
Okay.
Kate Shelley, Commissioner.
And Alistair?
Hey, I'm Alistair. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm the newly elected commissioner. Yay.
Okay. And City of Albany?
Kalani Alumade, Director of Human Resources, interim Executive Director of the Commission.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to go ahead and open up. So before we get started, as we get started, we're going to go ahead and approve our December and March meeting minutes that Thomas Richardson sent out earlier today. You should have all received them. And so what I'm going to do is move that we go ahead and approve the December and March meetings. So I just need someone to go ahead and approve that motion.
I approve that motion. I second it.
Okay. All right. Any questions, concerns about the meeting minutes? No? Okay. Hearing none, I'd like for us to vote to approve the meeting minutes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Any nays on the floor? No. Any abstentions? Awesome. All right. So December and March meeting minutes have been so forwardly approved. And now we can get into the second meeting agenda, which is the annual Human Rights Recognition Reception Subcommittee. Being that Chair Moore is not here tonight, Chair Shelley, would you mind giving us an update on that?
Sure. So I'm still waiting on Chair Moore, excuse me, in terms of hearing back. I will go ahead and set up a Zoom and get that out, and hopefully can move forward in any case with the annual meeting, and hopefully send out the invitations within the month, if not before June, because it's halfway through the year already.
Okay. I don't know if you all had like a time frame in mind in terms of when the event would take place.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just asking, what were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so I think the fact that we weren't able to make quorum for a couple of months in a row kind of pushed that further back than we were intending. But considering the setup of it is virtual, I would suggest that we start looking at, June for the actual annual reception, if that makes sense to everybody else, as there's not like a physical space to obtain or any of that sort of planning.
Okay, that makes sense. Did you need anything else from the rest of the team, the other commissioners?
Not so much. I think it's just an issue of setting up the Zoom. I'll send it around. I'll draft a brief skeleton type outline in terms of who, what, when, type of deal. And I will get that out by the end of next week to the rest of the commissioners and have that all ready to roll. So hopefully approve that in May with the full commission and then set it up for June if that seems feasible to everybody else.
That sounds very realistic to me. Any other thoughts and ideas?
I'm sorry, what was the tentative date for the meeting?
Presumably June. Because, in May we'll get full approval from the commission as a whole.
Mhm.
And then, a few weeks later have the annual reception, if that makes sense to people.
Mhm.
Yes. I also wanted to offer, since City Hall is now open in person, if you did want to
Oh.
plan to have something in person, we do have the capabilities for that now. So we can
Okay.
we can set something up for the Rotunda if you want.
Sure.
That
Let
is
me,
great to
Talani,
know.
let me get in touch with you about that.
Yeah.
And we'll have a chat about that, if that makes sense to you as well.
Yeah, that's an excellent. I mean, I didn't realize that City Hall was open. That would be wonderful to open things back up for the summertime with a celebration and of heroes in the local area at City Hall. That really is a good idea. Chair Moore has stepped into the meeting, so I'm going to officially turn the meeting over to Chair Moore. But Chair Moore, if you could, we do have new commissioners. If you could just give like a brief overview of what our annual awards ceremony is all about, so folks are on the same page about, what we're talking about. I think that might be helpful.
Sure thing. Thank you. Yes, welcome. First of all, I want to say welcome to our new members. Welcome to the commission. Well, I'll say that because I'm sure you were already welcomed. But yes, so the award ceremony is for here the commission. We suggest names and discuss people in the community that we feel that have gone above and beyond with community outreach, services, volunteering, mentorship, providing opportunities, working with organizations, etc. That we feel, like I said, have gone above and beyond in those areas, and this sort of award ceremony is a recognition for their hard work and their effort for their fellow communities here in Albany. And we celebrate those people there. We give them an award. We come up and introduce them and just give them a brief introduction of the many, many things that they have done and why they're receiving this award. During that ceremony. In the past, usually we've had it in person at City Hall, and usually get a really good crowd. There's light refreshments, etc. And it's like I said, a good turnout to support again fellow people and here in the city of Albany. I find it to be a good thing because it kind of gives a sort of pay homage or just sort of reflect on just the continuously good deeds here that people in the city provide. So, so when was that? And again, excuse me for my tardiness. When was that suggested date? I kind of walked in right on it.
Yeah, so June, presumably? Because
I'm sorry?
May we could present a full plan for approval.
I'm sorry. What was that one more time?
Sorry. So probably June, because in May we could present a full plan
Okay.
for commission approval.
Sure. Sounds good.
So is there an actual date? This is Valerie Mosley. Is there an actual date in June that we would preferably be looking at?
if we're having it in person, Valerie, I would want to talk with Talani and see, when the availability is
Okay.
for City Hall. I don't want to count my chickens
Okay.
before they're hatched. But yeah, I'll make a concerted effort to get in touch with Talani. Today's Thursday. Talani, are you available tomorrow to discuss this at all?
I am, possibly after 2:30, 2 o'clock actually, if
Gotcha.
you're free.
Okay, so if I call around 2:30, you'll be free.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll call you around then. In that case, and we'll look at some dates.
And Shelley, classes end for me after the 14th, so you can add me to your committee if you need an extra set of hands after then.
After the 14th of May?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Good. Sounds exciting. I'm excited that we have this in person, hopefully, with fingers crossed. Last time we had it was like a really, really nice event. That was my first time going to that too. So hopefully we can get all our ducks in a row and have that be in person at City Hall. All right. A motion that we move on to updates. Not updates. The equity agenda and annual report.
So I guess I'll start first. The only update that I have for the equity agenda is that the subcommittee did complete the report and we sent it out a few months ago. And so I think also new commissioners received a copy of that. Thank you so much, you folks at City Hall for sending it out. So at this point, we, Chair Moore, we just really need to make a motion to approve it. And then we can move forward with answering any questions or concerns, and then we can move forward with formally approving it. So I can do the motion if you don't.
Sure, please.
Okay.
Yes.
I move that we approve the equity agenda report. I just need someone to second it.
Seconded.
Awesome. Any questions about it? Okay, so we can go to vote. All those in favor in approving the equity agenda report, minus any minor editing or corrections that are grammatical in nature, say aye.
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 Okay. Any nays? Any abstentions?
Yes, that would be me because I'll be honest, I didn't read it yet. I apologize.
That's perfectly fine. We have quorum, so people can abstain if they so, yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Alistair. All right, so it passes with the majority, and we can move on.
All right. Great job, I'd like to move on to community education. And if somebody can just kind of jog my memory about the details of this point in the agenda.
So if I remember correctly from the end of last year, this subcommittee was either formed or recharged. I was appointed chair. There was a request to the other commissioners if they were interested in participating or helping to develop any educational programs to reach out to me. In terms of the near future, there is an event coming up which might be of interest to the commission, which I will share information on afterwards via email on Monday, May 16th. So 3 weeks from now, New York State Bar Association is presenting a public forum open to the public on the legal and constitutional issues surrounding reparations. will focus both on, I believe, reparations for slavery and then reparations in general, because there have been a few precedents in U.S. history of reparations being granted to certain groups. This will be a 2-hour program, free to attend via Zoom. I will share the registration link once it's ready, probably on Monday. In terms of other programming, if any of my fellow commissioners have any ideas for programs that we could produce to the commission or any other educational topics or ideas of note, please feel free to reach out to me. So, yeah, consider other proposals and programming for other months in the year to come.
Right. And you said
Are you, sorry.
oh, go ahead. No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I just wanted to clarify, are you looking for opportunities that are already existing in the community to attend or ones to develop for the community?
I think that our charge was both to spread awareness of pre-scheduled and third-party events, and then also if the commission itself were to be interested to produce any events to collaborate on that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you in touch with the new executive director of the Pride Center by chance?
The Fair Center?
The new executive director of the Pride Center on Nathaniel Gray?
I'm not personally, no.
Okay. Maybe if you're interested, maybe I can put you all in touch with him since Pride is coming up. There may be some events that we can partner with him in hosting.
That'd be great. Thank you.
That's an excellent idea. Excellent. I want to remind commissioners that we have roughly $2,500 that we can leverage. So if any of our community partners need support, this will be a wonderful opportunity to partner and offer that support. So I just like to go with something in hand when we're engaging community because they're already doing all of the heavy lifting.
I know in the past we did, me and the former chair, we did, and a few others were at the New York State, the library in downtown, and did a workshop that Brenda planned and as well. So I think if anybody is so open to wanting to do a workshop in the themes of what this commission falls under, that's definitely a possibility. And again, we'll still continue to spread spread and share knowledge of any current programmings or activities or trainings or workshops that other organizations or people are providing as well. All right. So move on to new business. Any new business?
Oh, I'm sorry. Before we move on,
Yeah.
I guess I'm not sure when you're looking for types of trainings or events specifically, but I do have experience doing training specifically in like trans competency and LGBTQ competency type stuff. I wasn't sure if that's what you were getting at, if anyone on the committee could do that, or I guess if we know someone.
No. Well, I mean, it's so that's good. I'm glad you brought that up. So if you like, say if you wanted to put a workshop on, like we usually especially from what I was told in the beginning of the year, so I can jump in and please correct me if I'm wrong, that we're charged with putting on some sort of workshop or educational session on anything that would fall under the Human Rights Commission, any of the topics that we would cover. So let's say if you did want to put a training or a workshop or a talk or a lecture or something along the lines of that, that's what we're charged with. So you'll be totally open to do that and have our support any way we can.
Okay, yeah, I think that I definitely could. And that was the other thing I was thinking of, or having the event in like June, and if there's any event. So I think that, I mean, I haven't read the equity agenda. I feel like I still need to do more research about like your scope and stuff like that. But I don't know, something just like that was focused on trans competency or LGBTQ community, because it's like Pride and falls under HRC, human,
Sure.
under your umbrella. Yeah. I'm like, maybe, I don't know.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then that's something I would definitely be into. I love doing workshops. I love doing trainings. If it's something that has to be specifically educational, that's usually that's what my experience is in.
Yeah, I think that'd be
I don't know how to
terrific.
make it a fun event, but I can, teach people stuff they didn't know, and hopefully expand their brain a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, hey, I don't see the guidelines of saying it has to be fun or not, but so you go right ahead. No, so I think so, and believe Thomas, you're the chair of that committee, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I would say if if you're interested in doing something like that, which I think is great, just make sure you get in contact probably after the meeting with Commissioner Thomas.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. I also did a presentation today on how racism impacts health outcomes, and how to include people in social justice movements, particularly like Black trans women, to get to like the thick of it. But that was the other thing that I was presenting on, in addition to like 101 type stuff.
Sure. That sounds great. I think those are all great.
Yeah, I'm listening and I'm getting so excited. Like this is.
Yeah. I'm like, is this right? Is this what y'all do? I want to help, I'm not sure. I need reassurance.
Oh, you're fine. We need that energy. Oh.
Well, Alistair, is it okay if we put you on the education committee along with Thomas?
I would like that, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you two can talk and come up with a game plan, and we're here. We're here to listen.
Cool.
Absolutely. Right. Let's move on to new business. All right. If no any new business, is there? I'd like to move on to any public comment. Anything from folks at home?
I don't have any comments, but I will put out there that I've been partnering with a local organization called the Red Bookshelf for the last couple of weeks. And every week we read books to children. We're trying to promote reading for at least 15 minutes a day. And another cool thing that we're doing is we're trying to purchase 1,000 books by the end of April. And so if anyone is remotely interested in participating and maybe purchasing a few books for local kids as a way to help improve reading, as well as just open up a world of opportunities for them, I'll send an email after the meeting, and feel free to click on the Amazon link and have at it. But we really appreciate it. I'm doing this along with Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, the Albany, New York chapter. And so our goal is 1,000 books, and we believe we're going to make it. So I'll send that out to everyone after the meeting today.
That sounds great. Thank you, Rosie. Yes, please do. And we'll definitely try to get involved as much as we can to help out or support.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all as usual.
Will there be any other way to like disseminate that information? Like, I don't know, I'm thinking of like people that I could like email, or more specifically, I guess, like social media. I feel like it's easier to share, or if there was, it sounds like there's just like a link that you need to go to in order to maybe get some books.
Yeah, I will send out the flyer and the link, and then feel free to post. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I did that. It's really rewarding opportunity. I did that in like the beginning, like Jesus, the pandemic's kind of like molded the years together. It was like a year ago. I forgot what book. Like, let's talk about race. I forget the author, and it's really rewarding.
That was
and-
good. So you want to talk about race?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a rewarding experience. I think the book that I read was called That Yucky Thing Called Love. And it was such a great, cute story. Oh my goodness. I'll send a link to the reading as well, so you all can
Oh yeah.
get a good laugh in on my
No.
behalf. But yeah, it's an amazing experience. And I don't know about what everyone else's story is here, but you know, books for me, I feel like books saved my life, you know, in terms of opening up the world to me and showing me what could be. And so, you know, reading and books and literacy, you know, are very, very, very important to me. And so to have an organization that's doing such good work here in Albany, it really means a lot. And so, yeah, any way that you all can support would be amazing.
Absolutely.
And they're always looking for readers too. So when I send you the link, I'll send you the link to their official website, and you know, feel free to check them out and see if you can be a reader as well.
So cool. I randomly, like, that's just something I love. I love reading out loud.
No, I think I told, and I was working with Paul Hackett Kane at the time, and I said I'm going to go for a modern LeVar Burton on my session. And
I'm sure you delivered, Aaron. I'm sure.
I was like, he said too much. But I was like, I want the Reading Rainbow theme song.
I know you do a great job, Aaron.
Thank you.
But you don't have to take Aaron's word for it. As Reading Rainbow would say.
Right. No, yeah, that's it. All right. Great. Great opportunity. Excited for it. I'm excited for all the things coming. So we don't have any public forum. I guess I motion to adjournment unless anybody has any last minute announcements or things they want to bring up.
Sorry, just real quick, I forgot when we were, it's an earlier item, but talking about the reception, doing that in person, is there a way that we could do it like hybrid? Do you guys always stream things online? Just because like accessibility, I feel like it's important to continue to make things available virtually.
I can ask. So when Kate and I talk, I'll probably do a bit of research before before I speak to her anyway. It may be a little difficult, but I'll definitely ask.
Yeah, sometimes it can be awkward. It's like not always feasible, but I just wanted to like put that out there that if it if it is that we try to, because for some folks that's like the only option and they can't go into like venues like that, unfortunately. But that sounds cool.
Yeah,
absolutely. And once we get the run of show going, I can definitely talk to our cultural affairs department to see exactly what can happen.
Great.
Thank you.
All right. Well, if that's it, then I'd like to motion to adjournment.
I second.
All right.
Aaron,
Yep.
Did you move them? Did you say all those in favor?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.